Ballistic missiles, weapons of orbital speed and destruction. Ballistic missiles are the fastest and most difficult to intercept weapons ever created. After launch, the missile uses its rocket engine for only a few minutes to climb to extreme altitude, then shuts off and follows a ballistic arc like an object thrown into space. When it re-enters the atmosphere, it dives toward its target at speeds exceeding Mach 10, generating enormous kinetic energy even before the warhead detonates. This re-entry phase is what makes ballistic missiles so dangerous, because defensive systems have only seconds to react. The most advanced variant, the anti-ship ballistic missile, is designed to strike moving aircraft carriers by receiving mid-course targeting updates and guiding itself in the terminal phase, turning entire oceans into deadly battle zones. Submarine-launched ballistic missiles, the invisible nuclear strike. Submarine-launched ballistic missiles are the most stable and survivable pillar of nuclear deterrence. They are nearly identical to land-based ICBMs in destructive power, but they are fired from nuclear submarines hidden deep beneath the ocean, beyond the constant reach of satellites and radar. This invisibility makes SLBMs almost impossible to destroy in a first strike. Even if every land base is wiped out, the submarines remain, able to retaliate in complete silence. Systems like the American Trident D5 and China's JL-3 ensure that any nuclear war will end in mutual destruction. Cruise missiles, stealth aircraft carrying warheads. Cruise missiles are a hybrid between aircraft and missiles. Instead of flying into space, they remain in the atmosphere, powered by jet engines and lifted by wings while navigating with extreme precision. They fly extremely low, slipping through mountains, cities, and coastlines to avoid radar, then appear suddenly just before impact. Weapons like the Tomahawk can travel more than 1,600 kilometers and strike a single building or bunker using GPS, terrain mapping, and optical guidance. Depending on the launch platform, cruise missiles become air-launched ALCMs, submarine-launched SLCMs, or ground-launched GLCMs, forming a flexible global strike network that can attack from any direction. Hypersonic missiles, the era of near unstoppable speed. Hypersonic missiles represent the biggest leap in missile warfare since the nuclear age. Traveling at speeds above Mach 5, they are far faster than most modern interceptors. What makes them truly terrifying is not just speed, but maneuverability at hypersonic velocity. Hypersonic glide vehicles are boosted into space by rockets, then detach and glide through the atmosphere on unpredictable paths. Hypersonic cruise missiles use scramjet engines to sustain hypersonic flight within the air itself. The combination of speed and maneuvering leaves radar and air defenses with almost no time to react, making hypersonic weapons nearly impossible to stop. Surface-to-air missiles, the shield of the sky. Surface-to-air missiles are the backbone of national air defense. From shoulder-fired Stingers to medium-range Patriots and long-range strategic systems like the S-400, all share one purpose: destroy anything flying overhead. SAM systems create lethal airspace zones where aircraft, drones, and incoming missiles can be destroyed within seconds. In modern warfare, the nation that controls the skies through strong air defense controls the tempo and reach of the entire conflict. Air-to-air missiles, the killers of the sky. Air-to-air missiles have completely replaced guns as the primary weapon of aerial combat. Short-range missiles like Sidewinder use infrared seekers to lock on to the heat of an enemy's engine in close dogfights. Long-range weapons like AMRAAM use radar guidance to destroy targets from dozens or even hundreds of kilometers away. This allows pilots to kill enemies they never see with their own eyes. In just seconds, a radar contact can become an explosion in the sky, ending a battle before it truly begins. Air-to-surface missiles, power projection from the sky. Air-to-surface missiles turn aircraft into long-range strike platforms capable of destroying targets without entering dangerous airspace. From large cruise missiles launched by bombers to compact precision weapons carried by fighters, they can collapse bunkers, crater runways, destroy tanks, and shatter armored formations. By striking from standoff distance, air forces can cripple an enemy's infrastructure and rear areas without exposing themselves to heavy air defenses. Surface-to-surface missiles, deep strike weapons. Surface-to-surface missiles are used to attack high-value targets far behind the front lines, beyond the reach of conventional artillery. From guided rocket systems to tactical ballistic missiles like America's ATACMS or Russia's Iskander, these weapons can destroy command centers, ammunition depots, airfields, and logistics hubs with a single precise strike. They allow armies to cripple an enemy's ability to fight without ever making direct contact, turning the rear area into an unsafe battlefield. Anti-ship missiles, the fleet killers. Anti-ship missiles are designed to destroy the largest and most heavily defended warships at sea. They typically fly just meters above the ocean surface, hiding below the radar horizon until the final seconds. When they appear, they slam into a ship at high speed with a warhead powerful enough to penetrate armor and cause catastrophic damage. Weapons like Exocet and Neptune have proven that even a single missile can sink or cripple a billion-dollar warship. Anti-tank guided missiles, the hunters of armor. ATGMs are built to kill the heaviest armored vehicles on the battlefield. Modern systems like Javelin use a top attack profile, climbing upward and then plunging down on the thin roof armor of a tank. They are also fire and forget, allowing the soldier to move immediately after launch and avoid counterfire. These weapons have transformed infantry warfare, making even the most advanced tanks vulnerable to a single well-equipped soldier. Anti-radiation missiles, radar killers. Anti-radiation missiles are designed to blind enemy air defenses. Instead of using active radar, they carry passive seekers that listen for the electronic emissions of hostile radar systems. The moment a radar turns on to track or lock a target, it becomes a beacon, guiding the missile straight toward it. By destroying radar sites and SAM batteries, these missiles create safe corridors for strike aircraft to penetrate deep into enemy airspace. Anti-submarine missiles, missiles that deliver torpedoes. Anti-submarine missiles provide the fastest way to attack a hidden underwater target. Systems like ASROC are launched from ships or aircraft and fly to the suspected submarine location before releasing a torpedo by parachute. Once in the water, the torpedo activates its sonar and hunts for the submarine on its own. This allows navies to attack submarines from much greater distances than traditional torpedo drops. Anti-ballistic missiles, intercepting destruction. Anti-ballistic missiles are built for one of the hardest missions in warfare, hitting a warhead traveling faster than Mach 10. Systems such as SM-3, THAAD, and Patriot PAC-3 track targets with radar and satellites, then launch interceptors to collide directly with the incoming warhead. Some intercepts happen in space, while others occur during atmospheric re-entry. These weapons form the final defensive shield against strategic missile attacks. Anti-satellite weapons, war in orbit.
Anti-satellite weapons are designed to destroy or disable satellites orbiting Earth. By knocking out GPS, communications, and reconnaissance satellites, a nation can blind and cripple an opponent's military. In a world where modern warfare depends on space-based systems, these weapons have become extremely powerful strategic tools.
Loitering munitions, the waiting killers. Loitering munitions, often called kamikaze drones, combine the roles of drones and missiles. Instead of flying straight to a preset target, they can circle over the battlefield for extended periods, searching for an opportunity to strike. When the operator identifies a target, the weapon dives and destroys itself along with it. Systems like Switchblade and Lancet allow small ground units to conduct precision strikes against tanks, artillery, and command posts without air support. Decoy missiles, the illusions of war. Decoy missiles are not designed to destroy targets, but to deceive them. Weapons like the ADM-160 MALD are small jet-powered missiles built to mimic the radar signature, speed, and flight profile of real fighter jets or bombers. When launched ahead of a strike package, they appear on radar as a massive incoming attack, forcing the enemy to activate radars and fire valuable air defense missiles. While defenders waste their weapons on these ghosts, the real strike aircraft slip in from another direction and deliver their blows. In modern warfare, decoy missiles turn the sky into a battlefield of illusions, where deception can be just as deadly as firepower.